Tonight, this notorious 67-year-old political operative is one of the most sought-after figures in Washington, as he continues to elude the House Select Committee investigating January 6th and risks a contempt of Congress charge. Those who've covered Steve Bannon and worked with him are not surprised that he's in the middle of this maelstrom.
This is somebody who lives by confrontation, who believes that sheer force of personality is enough to undo our structures.
Tearing down the structures of government, stirring chaos in the political establishment are at the core of Steve Bannon's beliefs and his goals, those who've known him say, something Bannon alluded to as he started working for the Trump White House in 2017.
Deconstruction of the administrative state. And if you...
At that time, Bannon's power and proximity to it had few rivals. In the early months of Trump's presidency, Bannon had a top White House advisor role, leveraged his relationship with Trump to even get himself a seat on the National Security Council, was called by the New York Times the de facto president, and displayed a level of ambition tough to live up to.
I think that he didn't get nearly as much done as he thought he would. I remember when he came into the de facto co-chief of staff role in the White House, he had this board in his office, had all these things that they were going to do.
Bannon found himself booted out of his White House job just 7 months into it, some say for committing one of the cardinal sins against Donald Trump.
Bannon's falling out with Trump came because Trump was jealous and resentful of the media coverage that Bannon was getting.
But Bannon eventually got back into Trump's good graces by using his podcast and other platforms to amplify false claims that the 2020 election was stolen. And, according to the House committee, helping to plan Trump's Stop the Steal rally on January 6th and riling up the base the day before.
It's all converging, and now we're on, as they say, the point of attack, right? The point of attack tomorrow.
All this from a man who, according to one of his representatives, was born into a family of Democrats, got a master's at Georgetown University, an MBA from Harvard, and served as a U.S. naval officer. What do you think it was that drove him so far right?
Opportunity and access and power and money and fame.
Kurt Bardella, who used to work with Steve Bannon, believes there's a good chance that Bannon will return to the epicenter of Donald Trump's political world, especially if Trump runs for president again in 2024. But Bardella is also believing that there's just as good a chance that the two of them will turn on each other again. Contacted by CNN, a representative for Steve Bannon did not comment for our story.